Hello, my friend. I am CharLee Simons. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your gifts, your donations through my website, charliesimons.com, where you can get yourself one of these awesome mugs. Let's talk about politics and religion right there. My guest today is Linda Wright. Linda, you need one of these on your desks. That's what desks, I say. Yeah, she's a mover and shaker and a go-getter. And Linda, if you're not willing to go to my website yet and click on that merch store tab, wait until I show you this new hat I have on there. You know you want it. You know you do. Don't be acting like you don't want that. I got that. I got a bunch of other kinds of hats and shirts and stuff at charliesimons.com. CharLeeSimons.com. I'm glad you're here. During the COVID shutdown, it became so apparent to me that we really need to be taking care of our own. We need to be lifting each other up. We need to be coming up with ways to let others know you're not alone. That's why I love that group I'm a part of in Northern California called Freedom Riders 1776. We just flag up our vehicles and we go driving around things. We show up in events and we just represent. Are we making any money off of it? Heck no, it's costing us all money, especially with gasoline in California at $6 a gallon. $2 of that, by the way, is fuel tax, which they just raised again on July 1st. Happy Independence Day, America and California. We're raising your fuel tax even more. That's what's going on here. It's all not by accident, it's by design to make my president look bad, because everyone in California is going, well, I thought Trump was going to fix gas prices. Well, he has dramatically. And everywhere but California, the People's Republic of California. I wish it were a People's Republic. It's not. It's all flat out communism. So is New York. Illinois is heading that way. Bless America. We need help. This is why I'm saying, because it's so easy to get discouraged. It would be so, and I know I have, and I've talked to you about it. Now I just feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. I got to get out of California, but where do I go? Where do you go that's any better, that might not be eroding as we speak and going purple, and then next thing you know, suddenly it's blue, when it was a staunch red area and places, everybody's moving to Florida and Texas. Well, I'll remind you of Ann Richards, the governor of Texas, who was a flaming lefty. And Florida has got a long history of progressive governors till Ron DeSantis came along and people started waking up. Now, when DeSantis turns out, which he's about to, he's not going to be able to run for governor again. What's going to happen to that state? And all these companies that are pulling up stakes in California and going to Florida and Texas, well, how long is it going to be before those states flip, especially with a whole bunch of other goofy Californians moving there, ruining where they live? I know. They seem to have no sense of self-reflection that perhaps I did this to my own area. Perhaps I ruined where I live just by voting for morons. Moronically voting for other morons to run things. Moron Mandami. Perhaps I had something to do with the demise of where I live that got so bad that I had to move out. Nope. I'm going to keep voting that way. Not only that, but I'm going to run for little elections in city government and so on. I'm going to get my little cushy, phony, baloney government job, and I'm going to start infiltrating. That is exactly what's happening, going on. Yeah, a lot of right-leaning folks are moving to other states, but then they just sit back and go, okay, all right, I got it. I'm good here. You people do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to get involved. And they don't. Not even in their local politics, they're not getting involved. And that's a shame, because they could bring some great insight into it. This is a midterm election year. We need you more than ever. If you're not registered to vote, please do so now. Registertovote.ca.gov. Registertovote.ca.gov. This is our last-ditch effort here in California. And just getting a Republican governor in there, that's not going to fix anything. We got a great man running for attorney general. That's Michael Gates, to replace Rob frickin' Lawbreaking Bonta and his creepy wife, Mia. the one who wrote the Stop Nick Shirley Act, the one that's punishing journalists like me who expose fraud, fining us, even jailing us, forcing us to take down our content. That's what the Stop Nick Shirley Act did, has done, is going to do. That's what they're doing. And we keep voting for those people. And it gets so bad here, and we move to other states, and then we just keep doing dumb. Just keep doing dumb. It's gotten kind of frustrating for me. But I'm not going to quit. I'm still going to be showing up with the Freedom Riders. I'm still going to be flagging up my little old vehicle, my little old truck, and riding around going, "You're not alone." Paul, we call him the legend. He didn't call himself that. We call him the legend. He's the one that puts all the flags up on overpasses, American flags on overpasses. He just started doing that by himself on his own. He's got like 60 something different flags now, and he'll line both sides of the overpass on the freeway just to let people know you're not alone. You're not the only one who feels this way and believes this and wants what's best and is all about God, family, and country. Don't listen to the media. You're not alone. We're out here. So then I meet Linda Wright. After Charlie Kirk died, she paid out of pocket to put billboards up where she lives in her area. I'll let her tell you where and what happened there. And I was so impressed with it. And if I remember, the message was, "We are Charlie Kirk." Her own pocket, she paid for that. Why? She felt compelled. She felt led by the Lord to do that, to encourage others and embolden people to step up. Don't shrink back. Don't be afraid. Step up. Never been a better time than now. She's got a party coming up. That's why I wanted to have her on the show again to talk about a party in Southern California, and we're all invited. If you can make it to it, I would strongly suggest, because she throws great parties. Why does she do this kind of stuff? Does she make any money off of it? I doubt it. I don't know what the fee is for this party. I'll find out from her right now. Let's go ahead and ask her and bring her into the mix. Linda Wright, ladies and gentlemen, for your dining and dancing pleasure on Do Not Talk. Ready? Hit it. Hey, Smiley. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, Charlie. How are you?
I'm borderline amazing. I was just bragging about you before I brought you in here about how you encourage others, because you're giving us a way to congregate and to come together. Governor Hairdo shut down a lot of fireworks shows again this past July, or this past Independence Day celebration. Long Beach was one of them. And he did that during the COVID shutdown too. That was an election year. It was July 2020. President Trump running for re-election. The last thing Governor Hairdo out here in California wanted was a whole bunch of us who obviously love our country, because we're showing up for fireworks shows. We're coming together. We're congregating. But it was all under the guise of, oh, I got to protect you from COVID. So you can keep going to your casinos, you can keep going to your pot dispensaries, but you can't go to church, and you can't congregate even if you're wearing masks for an outdoor fireworks show. That's what they do. It's all to demoralize us. It's all to make us feel defeated. And then people like you are like, nope, let's party. Here's where. Let's all come together, people. And you're doing it again. And I appreciate you so much for that. Thank you for what you've done and what you're doing.
Well, I love what I do. I love what I do. I know it's something that God laid on my heart. And I hope everybody in California on the 250th celebration just civilly disobeyed orders and lit up the skies anyways. Because that's what we have the right constitutionally to push back the oppressors and overcome tyranny. We just need about a few million people to, grab, get a hold of themselves and do what you can. And I miss the fight in California. I miss all the people I love and miss after 30 years. I don't miss a lot of things. I do meet a lot of people that moved here to Central Texas. And the first thing I say to them is, I hope you left your liberal ass policies back with you.
Exactly.
You know? And then they just stare at me. But I'm not going to hold back.
Good.
These are the punches you need to throw these days, because there's black or white, there's right or wrong, there's God and there's evil. I mean, there's no more middle ground people can play. Not that I ever played with it, but many people do. You know, I don't play with no middle ground.
There's a reason why some areas you can trust are always going to be on the side of conservatism. And conservatism, to me, embodies, one of my favorite presidents is Teddy Roosevelt. He was a true conservative, one of the first. Conservation, conserve what the Lord has blessed us with, conserve and protect in many ways, including both not only fiscally, but socially as well. Biblical principles is being, as far as I'm concerned, conservative. But yet many Christians have turned their backs on the responsibilities of voting. Only about 40% of them are even registered to vote here in California. Linda, what's it like in Texas?
Well, let me just stop right there. It's only at 40% because the majority of the pastors in California won't open their damn mouth. Okay? I mean, I've already parted ways with my church here. It barely touched on Charlie Kirk's murder. I told the lead pastor that we're rededicating the nation on May 17th. Never said a word from the pulpit. So I'm like, okay, we're done. And I told him, I said, it's not political. It's biblical. It doesn't matter who's in office. If someone is rededicating our nation back to God, what's your issue? So that says you're not lined up to the Word of God. You pick and choose who you are as a pastor so you can stay politically correct, which means you don't say anything at all, which means you compromise and you let the devil take a hold of your thought process. And I digress. But that's what's wrong with California. There aren't enough Jack Hibbs and Rob McCoys in the state. It's a very large state. There are many, but there's not enough. And that's what Charlie Kirk's heart was, is mobilizing the pastors. And he did it. And he did it. He's still doing it. His legacy is never going to end. It's always going to go on. It's just getting stronger. So that's the issue with it. I did not expect this here in Texas because of how Texas rolls, but it's here too. It's obviously not the same degree. There's many churches in my area that were very outspoken about Charlie Kirk, were very outspoken about the rededication. In fact, some of these churches sent people to represent them, which is beautiful, right? So now my fight is, I can't really help California anymore, except those that I support running for office because they are true patriots. I still support them through social media, and because that's easy to do. It's free, it's easy, it takes 2 seconds. My job now is to make sure that Texas stays red and stays a very strong red, not a borderline red. But I had to come here and adjust and learn. It's a different machine. They roll differently. They don't do rallies. They don't do Trump trains. Of course, they're missing all the fun. But that's just not how they roll. So do I adjust or do I interject with what God's given me, which is the MagaMonthlyMeetups? So I have started them here in Texas and going back to California to do another one next month.
Yes, that's right. And here it is. It's happening in August, right in the middle of August, the 16th. And it's 5 to 8 at the Junkyard. Where's the Junkyard?
Simi Valley.
I love Simi Valley. That's home of the Ronald Reagan Library. But you need to RSVP. You need to respond, s'il vous plaît, at MagaMonthlyMeetups at proton.me. That's MagaMonthlyMeetups with an S on the end at proton, PROTON.me, to be a part of this party and to show up for this. You got to RSVP if you want to get all the particulars on it and the details on it. what's it cost to go to attend your party? What are the fees there so we can be prepared?
Well, let me just put an exclamation point on the RSVP. This room can only fit a limited amount of people, this private room that I've rented, okay? So constantly I have to turn people away because I can't fit them, by fire code. So that's why this RSVP is very unique. The Christmas party is a different thing. We can talk about that in a second. This particular party is free for people to attend. They buy their own food, their own drinks if they want, or they can come for free and just enjoy all of the fun and hearing from people and just seeing old friends, meeting new Patriot friends. But it's really, MAGA to me now is the real party of true patriotism in this country. There's the Republicans and then there's the Republican MAGA, if you will. And people will just gravitate to this, and again, it's free to go. Most people buy food and drinks. This goes to the restaurant, not me. I just run the whole event.
There it is. It's free. So like I said at the beginning of the show, I don't think she makes any money off of these parties that she throws. As a matter of fact, they probably cost her money to put them on. Just like those billboards you did after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I thought that was so fantastic. You spent your own money out of that. And Linda's not like walking around hanging out at the Golf Country Club, driving the Rolls with a Rolls Royce with a driver taking her all around. I don't know what her financial situation is, but I think she's probably not much more middle class than I am. I don't think she's got a lot of cash. There you go. So that makes me value you all the more. I love that. If some rich dude was throwing these kind of parties and so on just to make a name, just to stay relevant, but that's not you. And I appreciate this so much. So one more time, what's the website for us to RSVP to show up at your party, August 16th, Simi Valley, Southern California?
So it's MagaMonthlyMeetups at proton.me. They have to give me their name and anyone else's names that's coming with them.
Oh man, you're awesome. You're awesome. Anything else on your mind that maybe we didn't get to cover?
Couple things. I'm going to be putting Charlie Kirk's bulletin board back up on October 10th for another 3 days. It'll say the same thing it did last year. And then also the 4th annual Christmas party, MAGA Christmas party, will be held in Thousand Oaks on December 6th from 5 to 10 p.m. That's a different story. This is a ballroom. This is a catered meal, DJ dancing, dessert bar, photo booth. I have a really cool keynote speaker. I'm not going to say who it is, but hoping to, cross my fingers, wrap it up. That's a different story. Okay, that is a price per ticket. Last year, I sold out. The ticket was only $105 for everything that I just listed, including a beautiful location for 5 hours. Maybe doing a Trump train on the way from maybe Simi Valley to Thousand Oaks. I'm coordinating on that. That one again is not free, but if anyone is interested in having a great Christmas party, and of course we're celebrating Christmas, MAGA, Hanukkah, all of that combined, and celebrating the greatest president ever. They just need to take that same email, MagaMonthlyMeetups at proton.me, and just simply say, please add me to your email list.
There you go. There you go. All right, my friend. Thank you so much, and count on me to help you promote these anytime you're doing them. I'm here for you, okay?
I just love you, Charlie. Thank you so much.
Oh, you bet. My pleasure. Honor and privilege. I love people like that. I value people like that. I want to encourage them and lift them up because I want them to keep doing it. I hope you feel the same way, and I hope maybe this might even inspire you to do similar things. What is it I used to always say? Oh, yeah, it's on a shirt, as a matter of fact, on my website. Courageous is contagious. Courageous is contagious. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America. But most importantly, America bless God.